Good evening all, here we are with the third stint of our 12-hour endurance race at Spa. We've already seen an exciting race at this moment in the previous two stints. The second stint is still busy with about 40 minutes to go, with a lot of action. So I'm expecting some firework here in the third stint as well. You can already see on the grid Eva Tropic, very fast guy, also known Randy Moore, who is also very fast, already driving 14ers, so he's getting warmed up. So I guess we'll start the race when the second stint will end. It's 30 minutes to go for the drivers here to warm up. I'm not familiar with all the drivers here, so I'll have also a fast look together with you. At this moment it's a fictive position, of course. We have Waterskin, if I'm correct, that's a Portuguese flag. THE Tom, Belgium guy here, driving with a Porsche. Nice livery also. Then we have GTSV Randy Moore, well known by me of course. I see here THE Muller, driving with the Aston. Then we have a French driver here, Aton, from GCK, for a special livery. Let's hump on board here to check out his top speed, driving to 57 I think it just ticked, so not too bad. Then we have a teammate of him, but at this moment a competitive driver, Ermich 74, also from GCK. From THG we have Isaac. They have chosen to drive the Mercedes. From AXR Groot, there's someone from over the sea with a lovely R8, not easy to drive with, but can be bloody fast if handled correctly. Then we have a German driver here, Mountain King. And Eva Tropic, I already mentioned, that I've seen already driving around. Very fast guy, very consistent also, lovely to watch. So it's about 10 minutes to go to end the second stint at this moment. So about 5 hours 15 we'll start with the race. At this moment I'll be the only one who will try to amuse you for the upcoming 3 hours. But my colleague Chronic Team will join in about 1 hour or something. He already joined the lobby, he's already in the speak chat, so he can just hump aboard when he's available, and that will be around 6 o'clock or something. So then I will not be the only voice to annoy you. also to silence my smartphone, otherwise it will be annoying on the stream. There we go. Okay, so we're getting close to the end of Stint 2. About something more, 5-6 seconds to go. And then we can start here with the third stint. Have a look how Evertropic is warming up. I think regarding the fast laps, Evertropic, Ranimore, Aton, those three will be the biggest candidates for trying the fastest laps here, that's for sure. But as seen in the previous stint, it's also the consistency that's really the big here. Avoiding any incidents or accidents, let us say. Those are so hard punished, and before you know it, you lose like 1 minute and you can already say that your stint is over. Here we see Mountainkin. He's expecting the circuit, I think. Decided to chop down the grass. Or is looking for a nice picnic place, that's also possible. Let's have a look here at Hermit 74. Pretty sure the guys here on the grid are already anxious to start the race. I hope that as soon as possible stint 2 will be over so they can start. Well, for me it is at least. Once you are driving, you're more relaxed than the wait for to start the race. As I said, Mountainkin is already asking how much time he left. So they are all eager to start. Rennie confirms about 4 minutes to go. So the suspension is getting higher, the adrenaline is kicking in. There's Max King also in the chat, I noticed. Hello. Also, I'll try to watch as much as possible the chat. If you're finding that somebody is not enough in the picture, let me know. Or you want to know some delta between certain two positions, for example, just let me know by chat. I'll try to anticipate as much as possible, so just chat away, guys. Yeah, Maxi King, if I'm correct, your teammate was Mountain King here? Let's have a look. I think Eclipse with a wonderful R8 hasn't been yet on the stream for the warm-up. I think we're going to the last 1 or 2 minutes before we start the race. So as everybody already know, it will be a rolling start according to positions of the race, let us say. So it is though a little handicap if you're mid-grid at Spa, because you will start right in the bus stop or just before the bus stop. And let us say the podium riders at that moment have an advantage. They can just go full throttle directly from the start. We have the second R8 on track here, also from AXR. We only have 2 viewers at this moment, so I guess the stint has still to finish. Groth is driving back, so I guess he wants to... Oh no, it's probably to have a decent exit to perform maybe a faster lap. Anyway, let us check also Evotropic. As I said before, very fast guy, consistent, lovely to watch. having his view on Airmeet 74 here. Let us see, he can connect to the slipstream and maybe already put, let us say, an attack on the Camel Strait. It's only for the fun, of course, we're just warming up. He's closing in, you won't reach him by the end of it. Can maybe somebody tell me on chat how much minutes are left on second stint? Well, I reckon we will start any second soon. Maybe the organization is now checking the starting grid if everything is correct. I will start soon. I've noticed that Randy is also on track now. There's also someone that knows most of the circuits by heart, know every inch of it, every bump. Someone you can learn a lot from. Here in front of you we have Waterskin here, performing his warming up, preparing to start. I see already a lot of people on the grid, on track now, so and the third cheers for their teams or friends are coming into the chat, I see, from Tommy. Cheering for KWE and Evo and Mountain King. Most of the people are on track now, so it should start any minute soon. Hello Miguelos, good evening. Of course, go GTSV. I have to stay neutral as much as I can, but to be honest, I'm also cheering of course for Randy more and Philippe. Here we have also Cooney. First time I see him on track, so let's have a look at him. Performing is warming up at this moment. Hello Jefferson, good evening. Yeah, I'm expecting a big fan base now for GTSV joining the chat, so let's go wild guys. Let's cheer Randy to the front to P1 again. I see 12 people checked in, so everybody should be ready. Yeah, and it will be stints of 3 hours like the previous the 2 stints of course. But you don't have to underestimate it, it's a long time, requires a lot of concentration, and it will be hard I think. I've never driven a stint of 3 hours before, but I'm pretty sure it's hard to stay every second on edge. Hey, good evening David. And there we go. Tom decided the moment is there. Let's start the race, guys. Three hours of madness at Spa. As said before, we have a rolling start. You will see the lineup, so GTSV dropped from the 1st to the 5th starting position at this moment. So Randy has some work to do, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't mind and he prefers to have some action and work in front of him. There we go. Let's see that everybody passes the bus stop well. At this moment this goes pretty well. Okay, all 12 past the bus stop. We're ready for some action. I'll swap fastly out and in of the spectate mode so I can change my view. Some position sweeps already at the end. I'll hop also a bit in the middle to see what's happening. So 1, 2, 3, that's decent distance. Schroed is catching up on Randy. He's already using the slipstream. Fast look at the back here. This moment everything goes well. Everything stays safe without contacts. Eclipse is already trying to make a move, taking the inside of the corner to Hermich. He went off also of the throttle to be sure, I guess, but the pressure is on Hermich now. I'll try also to watch a bit the minimap. I think position 1, 2, 3 is also very close. Let's jump fast to there. How we are going here? Oh, and I received a little contact just in time here from Evo. Maybe I can catch that on the replay. What happened there? Here we see Evo. A decent exit, yeah. He couldn't help it really, Evo. Isaac lost control, started to swallow, to go over all the praise on the road, and Evo couldn't avoid the contact in my opinion, so it's not my organization of course, but to me it's not an incident. But it makes already it easier for Evo and Randy to catch some spaces without a lot of effort. And Evo is trying to have connection with Aton, about 1.1 seconds difference. Randy 2.2, let us say. Then in a fourth position we have Groot, followed closely by Muller, side by side here. Let's see how that goes. Muller has a decent exit. I also think Groot didn't mind and let him pass to say I'll get you back on the slipstream here on the straight. Muller is also going for the defense already. Also a very solid car, Aston Martin. Most of the time it also doesn't surprise you or something, so you can have a lot of trust in the car. And to be honest, I can't say that of the Air 8. Jump aboard here with Groot. Seems also that Tropic, or I'll call him Evo, that's easier, it's faster to say, that Evo is very close for by Aton according to the minimap. Groot is going wide here, so I guess he'll lose a connection or just catches the slipstream. No, it's still in slipstream, so that's still good. But let's swap fastly to Evo, see how that goes. And here it goes, of course. Just in time to see him perform the move inside of it. Also I have the feeling Aton didn't mind and didn't put too much effort in the defense of it. Maybe I felt also that Evo is faster and said I'm not going to lose time for with defending and trying to take advantage of the slipstream for as much time as I can. Third position we have Randy Moore here. 1.5 from Aton, so he's catching up. I'll also try as fast as I can to catch up, take over eventually the P2 and then to go full out on Evo if possible. Fastest lap at this moment by Randy, 14.7. I think that will, without incidents, take some time before we can have connections. So let's see if I can find something halfway in the pack. P4, P5, P6, 1.3 and 4 seconds difference. Hermage 2.2 behind Eclipse and 1 second before Isaac. So not directly a battle coming up in my opinion. Mountain King just below 1 second from Isaac, 1.3 from Tom. And I've gone here 1.4 from Tom and 5.6 before Waterskin. I guess Waterskin is struggling maybe a bit. Anyway, the race is still long, a lot of can happen, so let's have a bump in the podium riders at this moment from this stint. Aton lost already the connection in the slipstream with Tropic, and Randy Moore is closing in Aton, and yeah, he's getting very close now for a slipstream. So yeah, I think if it goes like this, he'll put a move on the Camel Straight. Randy Moore also sharpens his fastest lap, 14.70. Let's jump on board. It's one of the best positions you have now regarding the slipstream here, just before the Rouge here, half second. So you go at full speed at the end of the Camel Straight. There he comes. Aton also knows it. Didn't put a fight on. Yeah, maybe it's the best thing also to do. If you know the other guy is faster, don't lose time to defend. Just let him pass. Try to gain as much benefit from the slipstream, and don't lose time with defending, because at the end you have still 2 hours 50 minutes to go. No use to start defending here like is for your life. So at this moment about 1 second between Tropic and Randy. So yeah, I think Randy is closing in on Evo at this moment. Of course, he had a lovely slipstream, maybe the best slipstream possible on this track. But the heat is on, that's the least we can say. I'll check on the minimap if something is happening, if I'm maybe around position 8 or something. Yeah, I thought so, they seemed pretty close. Between Mountain King and Isaac we have 0.6, 0.4 between Tom and Isaac. So Tom is closing in, that's for sure. I'm not sure anymore what position Mountain King was before. But here comes Tom. Very smooth. That's shown here on board of the lovely Porsche. Top 3 is pretty close together at the Camel Straight. Aton is trying to gain as much possible benefit from the slipstream, but I think he lost it already by Randy now. But P1, 2 and 3 are a respectable close range of each other. And the rest, yeah, they're getting some gaps between them already. Maybe Isaac can perform an action here. We see it also on the onboard camera of Tom. Isaac let him go. He knows I can't perform it in a mirror here. It will be too close, too risky. No use to put the risk of a collision here. Most of the time it will be already race over for the stint if you perform some huge damage. Unfortunately it happened to Philip the last stint. Just after a bus stop he had a contact with the wall. The bumper and the engine was damaged, so a full lap he had to perform with the damage and then an additional pit stop. So yeah, that's sour. But anyway, we're now busy with stint 3. Tom closing in on Mountain King. Not sure you guys like it to watch a race like this. If you want to see it of outside the car from the TV camera stand, also fine for me. I prefer a bit like this. Here comes Tom, side by side. I kept going on the throttle. Oh, very nice, very nice. Very clean. Okay. If Mountain King can't make the connection here, I think the Tom will slowly drive away now. Let's have a fast look here at the top drivers. Randy here side by side with Evo, just in time. Randy has a preferable line here for the next corner. Very well. Close driving, which giving each other the necessary space. Yeah, now it's for Evo certainly necessary to keep going in the slipstream. Don't let the gap go to 0.8. Then you're out of the slipstream, so he needs to try to stay in the slipstream to gain as much as possible benefit from it and keep the connection with Randy. But Randy has this space. Yeah, the difference is going to 1 second now, so it seems also, if I'm counting correctly, there's a fight coming up for the 5th position. Let's have a look here. Both drivers of AXR, so I guess that will be clean for sure. Maybe they're trying to work together, that's also possible. To benefit the most of the slipstream is too close now a bit. Oof, that was pretty close. I think they weren't sure to which side he was going to go. As we can see in the mirror, everything goes well. That would be a shame that two EXR drivers have contact, but so far nothing happened, so that's good. Yeah, the guys are going hard on the air out. Oh, that was a close one. Nice save from Groot. He lost the connection now with Eclipse, but it could be a lot worse. So he was breaking away. Not sure if I can catch it in replay. I'll try. No. What happened here? So we'll have a fast overview here. Start from the end. On P12 we have Waterskin here. At this moment he's driving 220, so it will be hard to find connection with these times. Of course anything can happen. An accident is fast made, so at P11 we have Cooney. driving consistently, 19ers. Then on P10 we have Isaac, driving for THG. Also on a small island already, a gap of 4 seconds to Mountain King, 4 seconds, almost 5 seconds to Cooney behind him, so just about now finding his own pace and just drive consistently. P9 we have here Mountain King with a Lexus. I've not driven a lot of it with the Lexus yet, but so far what I've driven, it's a very solid car, a nice overall car. It doesn't stand out on specific stats in my opinion, but it performs decent on every occasion in my opinion. But maybe not always the best choice. P8 we have Tom here with a Porsche. A gap of 5.5 on Ermich. Ermich who is driving for GCK. Then we come to P6. P5 and P6 both filled with the teams of AXR, Growth on P6 and Eclipse on P5, both with the R8. Sounds something happened here with Growth. Let's try to catch a fast replay of it. Too fast on the throttle it seems. He'll lose some time here because he lost the exit. Yeah, and you see it's already a gap of almost 5 seconds on Eclipse now. Then we go to P4. We have Müller from THG, driving constantly 215ers, 1 to 16, the 8th lap, but very consistent in my opinion. Then we come to the podium drivers at this moment from the Stint. P3 we have Aton from GCK. Started high, also let the first and the second driver at this moment pass him just without any trouble. He also said, it's not my fight at this moment, just go and I'll try to find my own pace. Then we come to P2 by Evo, also with his own fanbase at this moment on the chat already, so I'll cheer also for you, go Evo. Otherwise I'll have all chat box against me, so and then we come to P1 with Ranimore, already 2.3 seconds on Evo, so that's a pretty decent gap. It's growing, so I can also say go Ranimore. Also if you see the lap times, 14.1, 14.2, 14.8, 7, 8, 8, very consistent. And now I see it on the minimap also, it seems that there aren't much battles going on, maybe on the 8th or 9th place. They're too close together. Oh no, here they are. Just in time. So we have Ermich here that found connection with Groot going on the outside now. Oh, and he had a penalty, too bad. Let's see if we can find a connection. and maybe start another attempt to overtake the position. Grote has also difficulties, it seems, with the exit of the corner. Again, he's in slipstream position now, the distance, so trying to get connection. It seems harder than it looked. Now Grote is driving away now, 1.2 almost. Let's have a look how it looks like from the backside from Grote. .6, so Hermich has a decent position regarding slipstream. Grote hasn't the best exit here, so I guess Hermich will catch up really fast now. There he comes. A very smooth and easy overtake in my opinion from Hermich here. Grote also didn't show any intention to defend his position, it seemed. Let's have a look on the difference between the tires and the fuel at this moment. So we have Grote here in view, still decent tires, about 30% of fuel. Hermich about the same, and maybe that Hermich's rear tires are better, but for the rest a bit more fuel. This seems decent, so those guys can still go full out for a few more laps. Let's have a quick view on Evo Tropic. Difference between Evo and Randy at this moment 3.3 seconds. Evo leads in front Aton with 2.6 seconds, so also on a small island that he can drive his own pace now. But that is most of the grid at this moment. Yeah, after 5 minutes it's pretty much settled, the positions it seems. Maybe there is start finish, I'm not sure. We're looking here, yeah, that will be Grote again with Hermich, and they are still close. Maybe that he can perform another attack here on the Camel Straight. It is losing the connection it seems for the slipstream. His exit is better, so normally he will come in the slipstream range and then he goes fast, of course. Still in slipstream position, so that was a bit too short, I think. He recovered nicely though. And who do we have here? Seems like Isaac is starting to chase on Cooney. Oh no, it seems that something happened with Isaac. If I see the times, 2:21, 2:19, 2:24. And with Cooney, he's just driving consistently, 19ers or low 20s. It seems like Isaac made a mistake the last lap, where Cooney could take some benefit from it. And Isaac is trying to recover and taking back his 10th position. Oof, it was very wide here in my opinion. Yeah, the tire wear is also kicking in on the tires here from Isaac already now. Front left and even the rear left are showing some tread now. I'm going to look where the top is now. Are they? Yeah, they're getting. The distance is about 4 seconds between Ivo and Randy now, 3.5 with Anton. So I guess that will go on for a while now, without any mistakes from any drivers. Still, it's 2 hours 30 minutes to go, so it's still a long time, but I think everybody found their pace now and will try to drive their own race at the end, until the end. Oh, the first one is going to pit. Anton is going to pit now, we see. P3. Let's have a look. Well, he'll exit. He still has to arrive. And all the other cars seems to have some distance between them, so how much fuel will it take aboard? There he goes. 100% fuel, so a full fuel tank. Drops to P8 now. It hasn't to worry for any fuel anytime soon, so can go full out. Just in front of Mountain King. Let's see what he will do. He will have to pit anytime soon, so not sure he will perform an attack. Just try maybe to enjoy the slipstream. No. Then we have Tom again, who found connection with Groot, still chasing for that position of him. Try the inside here. Just couldn't make it. Well defended by Groot. Very clean battle at this moment. Okay, and Tom now has the benefit inside of the corner. Very nice and smooth overtake. Received a little bump draft here from Hurt also. Also Randy and Muller is coming in the pit. Like the first stint, also Ivo is driving an extra mile, let us say. Let's check at this moment Ivo. How are his tires? Still decent fuel, I guess about 10%. If you look at the lap times, they are still pretty great. All 15ers, just the last one was a 16.0, so very consistent after 34 minutes of race already, so let's have a look where Randy is now. Out of the pits on P6, trying to find connection with Groot. 2 seconds to go. We're still close to Tom, but are fighting for P4, but Randy's closing in, and they of course have still to pit, so oh, something happened there with Groot, it seems. Let's have a fast replay of that. So far everything went well. There he started sliding. Yeah. A pretty nice recovery though. Nice save. And then we see already Randy that's closing in and performing directly his move. Taking advantage of the little mistake of Groot. Also expect Groot to go in the pits. Yes, there he goes. I guess Ivo is now driving his last lap before he'll take his pit stop. Okay, and Chronic will join us in about 30 minutes, so that's good. That will be my second spotter, my commentator. Let's have an overview again from the last place to the front. So Waterskin here on the last place, just performed this pit stop. 70 seconds difference on P11, what is filled by THG Isaac. Also just out of the pit, it seems. It seems he took less fuel. Already a gap of 21 seconds on P10 by Mountain King. There's already some decent gaps between those guys after 37 minutes of race. You can also see that Eva is going in the pit. I'm curious where he'll end now. When he exits the pits, oh, that goes just well for Mountain King. He almost lost the car, but nice recovery, so well done. P9 we have AXR Groot. Fresh tires full fuel, ready to go again. A pretty nice delivery with the nice white and purple colors. Well done. Sponsored by Bose. Then on P8 we have Cooney with the Lexus. Also, I'm guessing he's giving the signal to the pit to prepare everything. He's coming in, I guess. Deep in reserve of the fuel. Tires are already well used, so on P7 we have Hermich here performing his pit stop together with P6 THG Tom. Then we have here on P5 at this moment AXR Eclipse. On P4 we have Muller. Also pretty consistent regarding his time, so he's driving his own race, his own pace and performing well. A solid 4th place at this moment. Looks like he has everything under control. P3 we have Aton. On P2 we have Evo, just left his pit stop with a gap of about 6 seconds to Randy. Of course Randy had 1 or 2 more laps on fresh tires already. That will also make a difference. Let's see that Evo can have some benefit at the end of the race regarding the pit strategy. I'm curious. And on P1 we have here Randy Moore. Very solid race again. Also, if you look at the fastest lap, 2:14.1, that's damn fast. Here we have on P11 Isaac. Let's see if we can close the gap on Cooney. Cooney, fresh tires, fresh full fuel. Isaac, a little bit used tires, a lot of less fuel. .3 seconds to go to match P10. Didn't exit the bus stop very well, or not, at least not as good as Cooney. Also about 2/10 to 3/10 of a second according to Cooney's time. He's dropping behind 1.6, 1.7 about, so drifting around the corner here. Very spectacular, but not the fastest or maybe the smartest way to conquer the circuit here. look here at the driving skills of Eva. Can say a gap of 7 seconds on Randy now. I didn't notice yet the top speed of the Mercedes here, so let's have a look. Uh, 260, 261 maybe. Of course a full fuel tank, but that shouldn't make a big difference, maybe 1 or 2 kilometers per hour. Let's give the leader also some stream time. Heat is here anymore. Yeah, I'm not fully aware of the times between the teams at this moment, to be honest, so excuse me for that. But as far as I know, there's about a minute GTSV has to cover against the leaders of the overall race. Randy's going all out, of course, but 1 minute is a lot to cover, of course, but we have still about 5 hours and 50 minutes to go, so everything is possible. And it can only be good for the sensation of the race itself, so I'm curious. Yes, Chronic, Randy is at this moment on P1, 7 seconds before Eva. But as team, I think they're still about 45 seconds behind or something. And on P3 we have Aton. Yeah, with the front of the car it looks like he has done some rally. But I can imagine it took a lot of time and effort to make the delivery, so kudos for the delivery maker. Yeah, indeed, Chronic. Evo is really a fast guy, but at this moment Randy is a little bit faster, so I see some spot switches here. Maybe I can find a replay of what happened here. So we have here Tom chased by Eclipse. Eclipse coming here outside of it. Camel straight. Yeah, that was a very nice smooth overtake from Eclipse here. Well done. Tom still in the slipstream of Eclipse, giving everything he has to find a connection and overtake again P6. Yeah, Philip, that's what I said, about 45 seconds, maybe 40 seconds, but still everything is possible, you know. It's still more than 5 hours to go, so it can happen to everyone, so also to the other drivers. It's not the way we wish something happening to other drivers, but a race has still to be driven, so everything is possible. At this moment we're following the battle between Eclipse and Tom. Almost side by side here. Oh, very nice exit here of Eclipse. It was like a bulleted past Tom at this moment. Now, at this moment Tom has a really good position regarding the slipstream, as I said before, a half second here, coming on the camel straight. That's really a perfect position to go full out on the top speed. There he goes. Very clean. Nice battle going in between these two guys. Oh, little contacts. Oh. There goes Tom. Front damage. That's really a pity. Maybe I jinxed it with saying it's really a clean battle, but it's not intentionally, that's for sure. The contact has made really, he touched him on the wrong spot. Let's say like a pit maneuver. Hit the wall with the consequences of front damage and front tire damage on the right side, so that's a bummer. Not sure what the organization says regarding these incidents, but that's not up to me. We also see Eclipse here catching up on Tom. Of course Tom has front damage, so Eclipse will catch up really fast, I guess, but will also take the pit maybe. Can't imagine he will drive his full, let us say, 30 minutes to go for his before he go to the pit with his damage. And it seems that Eclipse is just bum drafting him. Is it like sportsmanship because his teammate touched him? Not his teammate, but let's say his also EXR driver touched him, so he helps him to the pit. If it's like that, that's really some sportsmanship we saw here. Let's have a look here with Evo at this moment. 5.3 from Randymore, so he catched some time. It was, if I'm correct, 7 seconds the difference. Now it's 5.3, 5.4 let's say. 6 seconds on Aton. Let's check the last laps. We have Randy here 14.8, 14.6. Evo 14.8, 14.7. No, it's about the same. So no, that should be the same time than before. I was wrong regarding the 7 seconds. On P3 we have still Aton driving. Same for Muller. P4. Those guys are driving their own race, their own solid pace. They didn't have issues regarding battle or something and are just going along for the 3 hours hopefully to drive their own race and pace in this stint. P4 has already adventures of 32 seconds on Hermit. P5. P6 we have EXR Groot with the unfortunate contact. And we have the other EXR driver on P7 Eclipse. On P8 we have Mountain King, also with his fanbase on the chat I've seen before. And on P9 we have Tom here from THG. Unfortunately he had some contact. What made him to perform an additional pit stop at this moment, and he dropped to P9. P10 we have Cooney. P11 we have Isaac. Also I see a blue flag. Not sure for... Okay, it's Randy here. So we have Waterskin who is receiving company from the podium drivers at this moment for this stint. So Randy already passed him. Next in line is Evo. Let's follow him and see that the overtake is going very smooth and fast. The gap between Randy and Evo at this moment is 5.8, let us say. For the rest, I don't see any battles incoming on the minimap. The grid at this moment is well spread around the circuit. Seems the one in front of Evo went a bit wide on the previous corner, so Evo is getting really fast now, the gap. Oof, that was that was close in my opinion, but well done, well noticed Evo. Maybe we can catch that in replay. Very solid overtake. And we have Otton here. Now he's the next one to try to overtake Waterskin. So almost 1 hour done, 55 minutes to be correct. With a well spread grid at this moment, fast led by Randy. Still the 2:14.1 on the table here. We will follow Waterskin a bit. Still some time between Otton and Waterskin at this moment, but normally regarding the lap times it should be about 1 lap difference that Otton can overtake Waterskin. Yeah, Otton is closing really fast in now. I guess Waterskin let him pass now. There he comes. Let's hope nothing happens now with Waterskin trying to follow Otton. No, Waterskin performed it very well. Well done of both of the drivers. So let's have a look at the time difference between Ivo and Randy and Otton at this moment. But just not 6 seconds between Randy and Ivo. And Ivo is about 8 seconds on Otton. Let's have a check at the last 2 laps. Ivo has 15.5, 15.4. Randy has 15.0, 15.9. So both laps considered is the same. And it seems that Randy maybe made a little mistake, that he lost let's just say half second to the seconds on the last lap. The tires, well, it seems like Randy's tires are better, but Ivo has more fuel. He's about just a bit less than 50%, and Randy is about 22%, I would guess. But as in the previous stint, what I saw, they drive a different pitch strategy if I'm correct, so we'll see at the end. Still 2 hours to go, so it is lovely though to see racing going on for like 1 hour, and the time difference is a few seconds. It's always nice to see that they're really close to each other and really challenging to keep everybody on edge. It's mostly the top 4 at this moment was driving away with everyone. Between P1 and P4 we have a difference of 23 seconds. But between P4 and P5 we have 35 seconds, so the gap is bigger between P4 and P5 than between P1 and P4. And Etton goes for a pit stop, so Müller will overtake him. He still has some few laps to go regarding the fuel. But normally Etton will stay at the 4th position, if I'm correct. We'll follow Ermich, 74. Let's have a look where he'll be when Etton exits the pits. But I'm pretty sure they'll just keep position here. Etton is still in the pit. Okay, full fuel tank. Exiting the pit. And there's Etton. Okay, so Ermich overtook Etton. I thought Etton will be before Ermich. Also outside of the slipstream. Ermich wished probably he was like... No, I mean Etton wished probably he was like 1 second faster out of the pit, so he will be right in the slipstream. Nevertheless, Etton has a pace to close the gap fast, so let's have a look here with Etton. Fresh tires. How we can close the gap on Ermich and perform maybe an overtake for P4 again. 2 French guys. .5 seconds to go. out on checking here the tire temperature, and he noticed, okay, those aren't warm enough yet, so you have to be a bit more careful. There's a decent exit here. He's closing in, but not really that fast, or not as fast as he hopes. Maybe with some luck he can find connection before he comes straight. Meanwhile, we saw also growth going in the bits with 25 liters still in the fuel and still decent tires in my opinion, so that's a bit of a surprise for me. Not pretty sure that's the best strategy. Well, at least I wouldn't pit, I think, at this moment, so and no damage visible, so a bit strange to my opinion. Anyway, we're still going with Aton here. He closed the gap to about 1 second on Hermich for the precious P4. Now he's in the position he preferred, or not the position yet, but at least the distance. A very good slipstream position. Just stay close now, and on the first available straight he will be your lunch. There he comes, not maybe the best per exit, but it's still okay, still in a decent and good well stream distance in slipstream. Oh, he goes on the brakes. Nice on the inside. Also, Hermich didn't really put a battle on, just let him go. Offered a free space on the inside of the corner, so you also know he has the better tires, so let's see that he has some answer here on the straight, but Aton has a much better exit, so I think he'll break the slipstream right away, so yeah, at least at this moment it will be game over for Hermich to perform an attack. Let's have a look here on Evo. Evo's still going strong. Randy has done his pit stop here now. 39 seconds between Evo, but still a pit stop to be performed by Evo. But I guess Evo will drive a few more laps. Let's have some stream time here with Randymore. see on the camera straight. No, not on camera straight. There's a few people closing. Oh, it's still with Muller now with... Oh, that's interesting. Muller with Ermich. Ermich that still has to perform a pit. Muller on fresh tires, full fuel. And I see a sorry here of Isaac. Something happened. I'll go for a fast replay if I can catch something, but not sure what happened. Or maybe on the exit of Waterskin from the pit stop, that's also possible. Yeah, I don't have that on the replay anymore. So, where were we? Muller and Ermich. Muller already overtook Ermich here. Can I find that in the replay? Just in time here on the camera straight, side by side here. Very clean. So everything is getting sorted again as before. P1 we have at this moment Eve, still has to perform his pit stop. Then on P2 we have Ranimore. P3 we have Aton. P4 we have Muller. We just saw that also happen in the replay, how he could overtake position from Ermich. Ermich was on P5 at this moment. P6 filled with the first team of EXR Eclipse. P7 we have THG Tom, who was also the victim of an unfortunate contact before and had to have made an additional pit stop to repair the front and the tire. On P8 we have EXR Groot. On P9 we have Mountain King. On P10 we have Cooney. On P11 we have Isaac. And on P12 we have Waterskin. So at this moment the grid is well spread. Maybe what do we have here? It's maybe the closest between Muller and Ermich, but Muller overtook Ermich and is just driving away, so that's not really normally a battle incoming. Ermich was also running close to the end of his fuel, so about 2 laps I guess he has to perform a pit stop. Nevertheless, we can also give him some stream time. I'll try to give everybody as much as stream time possible equally. It will always nice, I can say it from my own experience, to rewatch a stream and you can watch yourself driving. And I think, for example, P11 Isaac also could use some extra stream time here, our Dutch friend here. You can also see now Ivo going in the pit stop, 4% fuel left. I'm curious where he will exit the pit stop. It was about 6 seconds difference between the two riders, between Randy and Ivo. Let us follow Randy and see where he'll join Ivo on track. Ivo has his fuel, he's leaving the pit now, but Randy is already on the straight, so that will be a gap of about 10 seconds. But if I'm correct, according to the strategy of these two drivers, Ivo has one pit stop less to go on the stint. 1 hour 45 minutes to go. That's possible, Crazy. I have my headset on, so I guess you're hearing much more than I can hear at this moment. What's going on here in the house? Trying to find something happening on the minimap, but the grid is well spread at this moment, so oh, P11, P12, 6 seconds between two drivers, so that's not a big gap. So between Isaac and Waterskin. Also try to follow that a bit if they're closing in or not. At this moment it seems like Waterskin also has a better tires in comparison to Isaac. Rooney also just finished his pit stop. And we have Tom here on P9. Also had his pit stop now. Seems somewhere here. It's pretty close between XR Groot and Ermich. Ermich just had his pit stop, it seems. And according to times, he had 2 pit stops. Maybe there happened something because his 32nd lap was 3 minutes 9 seconds. 33rd lap was... oh no, that was his exit, his out lap, okay. Oh, it's a little jump here from Ermich. As also with his name Ermich, he has to take some air. But anyway, the heat is on here between these two. Maybe it's good for a sim also to have some action now. A battle incoming for P5. Let's see what happens. Yeah, some nice battle we see here. If Groot has a decent exit, he should be able to overtake him now. Ermich is going for the defense, stayed inside of the track. Little contact, nothing happened too major, so... but Groot has to knock back now because he's losing otherwise a connection for the slipstream, and that is something he should really get here for the camel straight, so... it all depends now on the exit of both drivers, but it seems like Ermich has a better exit and broke the slipstream of Groot. Ermich knows it also. To be sure, he went a bit to the left, to be sure he hadn't a slipstream. And now it's just the next lap what will be the difference between slipstream or not anymore. So we are almost halfway race now, or at least stint. Groot isn't giving up the fight, still in a slipstream now again. Yeah, they are giving everything they got, both drivers here. Oh, that was some sideway pleasure from Groot here, but nothing major happened, so still in slipstream distance. Can he make his move now? I'm curious. It was about the same situation the previous lap, so let's see, somebody learned something from it. Ermich let it also happen, didn't defend his line now. to really benefit from slipstream. He's a bit too close now, Hermich. Should maybe go above the throttle. That will be hard. He's trying, coming outside, but he couldn't benefit enough of the slipstream to pass him now, so now well defended also from Groot. Coming right back to this battle, I'm going to check with a delta difference between Evo, Randy and Aton. So we have 11 seconds between Randy and Evo and 14 seconds between Aton and Evo. Oh, and it seems like Groot made a mistake here. Let's see a replay of that. Oh, went it's too hard on the throttle. Oh, and he also has damage, rear damage. And the right rear wheel also has damage. That's too bad. It was a nice battle in action here. Oh, and here it happens again. Goes really wide now. Just get your focus again, mate. Stay calm. Take your time, go to the pit. Yeah, it snaps you out of focus. If something happens like that, it's not the first time I see drivers taking 1 or 2 additional faults on the same moment because they're out of their focus, out of their flow. Yeah, and R8 is already twitchy on the end, on the rear I mean, so if you have some damage regarding the it will be a lot harder to control the car. Okay, so Groot is in the pit. I'm curious will he'll come out, but I guess he'll lose a pace to Tom. Yeah, Koen is more or less 1 minute behind him, so that shouldn't be an issue. At this moment we still have Randy on a comfortable first position, 11 seconds on Evo. Evo on P2 here. And P3 we have Aton here, 10 seconds on Muller. And Muller has already a gap of 1 minute on P5, so we can easily say that the first 4 positions are dominating the race. And there is toch maybe a difference between the capability of the drivers of the first 4 and the rest of the grid at this moment. Nevertheless, it's good to see everybody's racing. There are no give-ups, no DCs, so we have still a full grid on track, and that's the most important thing. I'll give a fast overview also. In case we receive a DC, we have still some difference in the deltas between the drivers. So on P12 we have Waterskin here. Also performed this personal fastest lap at this at the 36th lap to 19.8. So well done. He's going below the 220s now, so on P11 we have Isaac. The difference between P11 and P12 is less than 5 seconds, so the battle is not over yet for P11 at this moment for this stint. halfway race. On P10 we have Cooney driving on this island, 24 seconds in front of Isaac, 27 seconds behind Groot. Groot, who just came out of the pit with new full focus, hit a wall and had some rear end damage, and also lost a car in the next corner, let us say, so but he can start again, so full focus mate, and will come all okay now. On P8 we have Tom with a Porsche, 33 seconds before Groot, 3.7 seconds behind Mountain King, and we see he receives company from Randy. So let us see how that goes. I reckon Tom doesn't want to lose too much time to let Randy pass him, because he's chasing for a connection to Mountain King, and it's going fast now because Mountain King is losing a lot of time the last few seconds. He lost almost a second now. Going to see something wrong there? No, okay. So Tom is closing in on Mountain King, almost he won a second more now. I'm not sure, something must be wrong with Mountain King. It can be interesting. Mountain King is losing fast the adventures on Tom, and Tom receives company from Randy that we can follow there in behind. Okay, Randy passes already Tom. Oh, Randy goes a bit wide it seems. Yeah, Randy went too wide. You can also see that Mountain King gain again some time on Tom. Let's try to follow Tom a bit here.
Hey Vega.
Hey, good evening Chronic.
Try to follow Tom a bit here. Good evening guys. So, how is this race going on, Vega?
Well, it's going well. We have seen some few accidents here, and about 2 people that had contact with the wall, but no incidents between the drivers. Maybe a little contact between Tom and Groot, that was, I think, but no intention was there, so it was just a race incident according to me. But that's up to the organization or the drivers how it will be schedule view.
If there will be punishments or not.
Yeah.
I saw it on the stream here. I saw it happen.
Yeah, we have it well on the stream, so it's easy for organization also to, if needed, to investigate it. So, but at this moment we have a nice battle here between Tom and Mountain King, about 2 seconds difference, and between the 2 drivers we have Randy Moore. Randy Moore, who's right behind Mountain King now. So normally Mountain King should let Randy Moore pass, but that will also close the gap between Mountain King and Tom. So, and that's also happening here. Mountain King let Randy pass, and we have a difference of 1.5 seconds now. And I have the feeling Tom has a better pace. He was also closing in on Mountain King before Randy was catching up with Tom, so this could be interesting.
Yeah, indeed. Randy's last laps were 2:15s. Tom's last lap was a 2:17.
Yeah, but I think Tom and Randy had some. They lost some time in the bus stop because Tom would Randy pass and Randy brake too late, so they both lost some time in the bus stop.
Yep, chronic team. So if that gives you an idea of doing something, go ahead. Go ahead, son. I'm doing the same thing, so enjoy the race.
Difference between Mountain King and Tom is now 0.8 of a second, so he's almost in slipstream distance.
They're all closing down on Isaac.
Okay.
Isaac is the last one. He's 4 minutes 30 behind the group. I see Randy Moore coming close. Here you can see Tom makes way to let Randy pass.
Okay, Mountain King also shows to Tom, I'm going to the left side, you can pass me without any defense coming from my side. He can feel maybe that Tom is faster and he doesn't want to lose time trying to defend regarding the position that he is driving now. So it was a smooth and easy overtake by Tom, and he regained 7th position at this moment. Also received now the blue flag, so I guess Evo is coming up. You can see Evo now coming out of the bus stop in the distance.
Close the second on Randy as well, Evo.
Yeah, but Evo still has to do some work here to pass 3 drivers in front of him, between him and Randy. We have Tom, Mountain King, and I think that will be Isaac then. Let's have a look here at Randy, how he's performing. He's driving in the end of his fuel, so I guess he will go to the pit stop this lap. Just not 10 seconds in advantage of Evo.
Evo is on half of fuel, so he can still go on for a while.
Yeah. Also, I didn't follow the whole first stint, but if I understood it correctly, Randy did a pit stop more as Evo. So
Okay.
At this moment, this seems like almost a photo finish between the 2 drivers. Or maybe Evo is in advantage, I'm not sure. We'll see at the end. It will be a surprise, and I'm excited to know what will be the end. Yeah, Randy has to go to the pit now, that's for sure. Maybe it's also a good moment to follow Evo now a bit.
Same as P3, he will go in the pit as well.
Okay.
He's also flashing. Before Anton, Aiton, he's just came out of the pit, I think, 2 laps ago.
And if you see,
crash rubber.
if you see the lap times of Evo, they're also really consistent. Constant, yeah. 15.0. Maybe 1/10 here and there a difference, but always the same almost. So same for the type wear. All 4 tires almost equally used. So that shows that he knows how to drive the car, that's for sure.
Yep, the German guys are fast.
Yes. There he comes, the first one. He overtakes Evo on the camel straight. He didn't lose any time. I even think he gain some time. He just had to receive some slipstream and just overtook him without any pressure. So let's hop on board on the Mercedes here.
It's a great car to drive, so you can put a good tune on there. Good setup, makes it better.
I've not driven that much the Mercedes, to be honest. Not much experience with the car.
That's pretty good. Do you know what THG stands for?
No. Tell me.
Humble guy.
Sorry, come again?
The humble guy.
The humble guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Here comes Eva now. On the rear spoiler of the Lexus.
Making a move from Mountain King.
36 seconds on Randy. Made a pit stop to go, not of course, but at this moment, like Chronic said, he can go for a while now. About 33% fuel, I guess, with decent tires.
King is pitting in.
Yes. At this moment we're following Aton on the 3rd position.
"31 seconds behind Randy, 9 seconds in front of Miller."
So Chronic, what was the reason you couldn't join the start from the race? You had some barbecue?
Yep.
What a surprise! How could I guess it from the first time?
You know me. Yep, the humble guys. I know Isaac a long time. I think I met him on GT5.
Yes, David, at this moment, fastest lap overall of the whole race, let us say, is 14.1, as far as I know. Stint 2, it was, if I'm correct, 14.6 or something. And first race was also Randy Moore, and I thought it was 14.4 for what I've seen from the stint, but I've not seen the end, so... Yeah, and at this moment there are not really battles in the make. Not sure what's happening at the start finish. There are two people pretty close. Can you see the spots, Chronic?
On who? Hoe is het geweest?
I'll check the two at Rouge now, who they are. Oh, it's THT Tom that will be passed because he's reading the blue flag.
Yeah. Just new for you. Evo Tropic lap after lap in the 215s.
Yeah, really a very beautiful consistency of lap times, that's for sure.
He's like a robot.
Yes, indeed.
So in the stream they're asking you what does GCK stands for? I honestly don't know.
So you didn't do your homework as commentator, if I'm correct?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. So you know why it stands for, Vega? Womp, womp, womp. Same as AXR, don't know what that stands for.
No, not sure. So if any of the supporters here know that, please let us know. We can only learn from it. And in the meanwhile, we see here Evo passing by Tom without any trouble. Also Evo flashing his emergency lights to thank him for the smooth overtake. Tom can benefit from the slipstream from Evo, so he's also grateful. Also a good moment to let him pass, well considered. And now Tom can try to hang on as much as possible on the slipstream to gain some benefit and to close the gap on Ermich at this moment.
So in the stream they're asking Vega, how much are you getting paid? Well, Vega gets paid in food.
Yes, I receive from a very good restaurant crab legs. So for every hour I receive 4 crab legs.
Crab legs. Crab legs.
That's 14 crab legs at the end of this race.
Or chicken wings. Can also be paid in chicken wings.
Yeah, but it's
chicken wings.
It's a high end race, so it's not chicken wings now, or it's crab legs.
Okay.
Suddenly it goes quiet on the shed. Tom also starts flashing, so he also need to pit, I guess, the next round.
We see Randy just past AXR Groot. So he's making his way back up. He's not closing down on Evo Tropic. Or not as fast as he wished for. He's doing 2:14.7, 2:14.8.
And AXR Groot is still following Randy on a pretty close distance, so I hope this keeps going well.
But I think he has to make a pit stop. No, he's got half the tires. Oh, he's got good tires and half a tank of fuel, so he can go on for a while. 20 minutes behind him is Mountain King.
Chris said the people who are following our stream should be paid to listen to me. That's maybe also true.
Make no mistakes with those crab legs, because fork legs look the same. But I think you like that as well, huh, Vega?
Every
like
good food is food for me.
Kicking villages. Evo Tropics is getting a little bit tire wear.
Let's have a look.
But he's
Yeah.
still doing 15.7s. Randy's doing 15.1s. He's 33 seconds behind Tropic.
Yeah, at this moment Randy is taking advantage of the extra stop he performs. So he has to catch up some time now to benefit the extra pit stop. So let's see how it goes. Ivo is also just dropped in a reserve of the fuel, so 1 or 2 more laps. I guess it will be 1 more lap.
Yep, and it's a long pit stop here, so he will definitely lose his place.
Let's have an overview from the back to the end. So on P12 we have at this moment Waterskin.
Waterskin.
12 seconds behind P11, filled by Isaac. On P10 we have Cooney, a difference of more or less 1 minute on Isaac, 1 minute and 8 seconds to be correct. Then we came on P9 Mountain King, 34 seconds before Cooney, 8 seconds behind Tom. Oh no, he's just leaving the pit, so it's about 11 seconds. Yeah. So Tom on P8 on fresh tires. Seems like he filled for 85% fuel. So they are prepared. They are calculated pit stops, how I see it. P7 we have the first of the two teams of AXR filled by Groot. And I guess Tom will also try to find connection to Groot as soon as possible, but 10 seconds is still a long time to go. P6 we have Eclipse, the other R8 driver of AXR. On P5 you have Ermich, 56 seconds in front of Eclipse, but he has to perform a pit stop probably this lap because he's also in a reserve. Seen also in meanwhile Evo.
Yep, pit stop.
Yep.
And P7 is gonna make a pass on Waterskin.
Okay, we're following P7.
P7 is Groot.
Let's jump on board of the Air R8 here.
Dirty grandpa. Call me Bad Santa. Groot's last lap time was a 2:17.8, and Waterskin's last lap time was a 2:21. And we see that Randy is on Rouge while Evo is getting out of the pit stop. So we made up 13 seconds.
Okay, Groot is making his move here, but it's not going really smooth. It seemed that Waterskin was struggling a bit with the car, the handling at the moment of the overtake. Maybe also a bit of pressure on him. Who knows? We'll have a fast look here at Evo to see the gap between Randy now. At this moment is 14 seconds after he left his pit stop. Evo is of course now in the advantage of fresh tires. Hermich also going for a pit stop now. But we'll continue with the overview of the track. So we were at P5 before I thought, so we're going to P4. Muller is 26 seconds in front of Ermich, but he's in the pit stop, so that will only be bigger. And 12 seconds behind Aton. So Aton on P3 behind Evo of 21 seconds difference. So it's a solid first 4 positions we have here the whole race already. Yeah? Randy, Evo, Aton and Muller the whole time.
Yep, Muller is only 84 seconds down from P1. So anything can still happen. You see in the previous stint that Philippe M&M made a small mistake and cost him a lot of time.
Yes, correct.
So anything can happen. Even with the next Belgium alien Randy Moore on P1, try to opening the gap on Evo. He's doing 2:14.8, 2:14.7.
Yeah, we're following Randy at this moment, so as you say.
3 hour stints is very long. I think around 2 hours that you lose your concentration.
Yeah. In your situation it's about 12 minutes you use your concentration. There's a usual sound that you hear after 12 minutes.
Okay, back to racing. Randy opened the gap a little bit. He's on 14.9 now. And I think in a few minutes we see P8 overtaking the water skin.
Okay, following Tom.
Tom is getting closer and closer.
Let's follow his chase.
For the rest of the track, everyone is riding on an island. Randy is closing down on P6 Eclipse, but that will take a while.
Water skin goes really wide here. I think just not that Tom can catch the slipstream.
Well, I think you go on top of the hill on the big straight.
Okay, now he's in slipstream.
Oh, he closed that gap really quickly.
Yes, maybe too quickly. And I don't think he expected it. Oof.
Oh, Waterskin makes a big slide.
Yes.
I think he's a little bit nervous that one of the guys in front is making a pass. But almost went there. And I thought Groot was closing down. Oh, he just made a pass on Isaac. Isaac made the way there. Even Evo Tropic is gonna make a pass on Isaac.
Okay, let's follow Evo. Oh, Isaac went wide, it seems.
Yep, Isaac left a little room for him to go.
Okay.
So next target is Groot for Evo.
Okay, let's stick with Evo for a moment then.
15 seconds before that, Randy Moore is going to make a pass on P6, but that will take a while. Just stick with Evil for the minute.
Okay.
For the moment. Philippe.
The one and only, huh? Here comes Evo. Maybe a bit too close to benefit a lot of slipstream. Yeah. I would go.
I would go. Tricky part here. I would have waited a little bit.
Yeah. Let her go the throttle a bit off.
But still, Quid has to make way. There was a blue flag waving, so now next up is Randy Moore. He's going to make a pass on Eclipse on P6. That was the teammate of Quid.
Okay, following Randy at this moment.
And Randy opened up the gap, 16.3 now.
Yeah, I think Evo lost a bit of time with the overtake, to be honest. He had slipstream, but it was not the most benefit position at the moment of taking the slipstream, so...
Philippe is making fun of us, huh? That little twat. So normally we speak Dutch as commentators, so now we do it in English, or we try to do it in English. It's a little bit different.
Yeah, we're not used to do it like that, so...
Well, we see P5 is getting past Cooney, also, on the straight.
Okay. We're following P5.
You can better switch back to Randy Moore. Because he's gonna pass 3 guys in a few minutes. First up is Eclipse.
Yes.
And then we got Airmage. Even Randy is closing that gap really quick.
Yeah, if we compare the times also, there's a difference between the two drivers at this moment, so it shouldn't take long to pass him.
But still, if you take the R8 for a long race, you get balls, because it's a hard car.
Yeah, I said it also before, it can be a very fast car, but it's not for everyone doable, and it's still tricky to drive the Air 8.
To what?
To drive the Air 8.
Here we go, Randy closing him down. Lost 8/10.
It will be 2 at the same moment.
Yep. Even Eclipse is making advantage of it.
Yes.
Past Cooney as well. So now let's see that Eclipse doesn't do anything funny when he keeps following Randy. Hope he can keep it on track and make up some time. Because right in front of Randy there is P5. So Eclipse is closing down on P5 as well, as he can hang on here by Randy.
There's also some close driving there on the... the final sector now?
Let me see. No, there's nothing going on.
Okay.
The only ones that are close to each other is Eclipse.
Okay.
But Eclipse is getting closer to Image because he's following Randy more. So that will take a few minutes, a few laps before they get there. Well, Eclipse is trying to hang on. And he's taking tenths away from Airmage every corner he's taken, so
Yes, and
4.1 seconds.
Randy is also gaining every lap now on Evo for the moment.
Yep, Evil is on no man's land now for the moment. He's 16.5 seconds behind of Randy, and he's got a gap from 28.4 seconds on P3 Atom. Atom got 9 seconds on Mueller. Now it's 10.
Okay.
Mueller got 1.19 minutes on Airmatch, so
Yeah, the gaps are getting really big. We're following now a bit Mountain King to give some stream time. P8, also on an island, 20 seconds behind Tom, 20 seconds in front of Groot, so...
Okay, Flip, talk to you later, and good luck in the next stint.
Yes, good luck.
Break a bone. Or we will break it for you. And the gap between Airmatch and Eclipse is now 3.3 seconds. As Randy is really gaining in.
Yes.
He's almost at his bumper.
We'll follow Randy here on board.
Let's hope Airmatch doesn't get too nervous when he sees Randy behind him. Because if he makes a mistake and if he loses time, Eclipse will be right there to take up that spot.
Yeah, Randy's losing at this moment time on Evo. Dropped behind a bit below 16 seconds. Oof. And Randy had to make a correction there.
He lost 1.3 seconds in this lap.
If I'm correct, Randy is also running low on fuel.
Yep, I think he can do one, maximum 2 more laps.
No, 1 lap it will be.
Here he goes, making a pass on Airmatch. And then the gap between Airmatch and Eclipse is 2.3 seconds now. Airmatch's last lap was a 2:17. Eclipse's last lap was a 2:16.
Okay, we're following Airmatch now for a moment with a Porsche. Or should it pronounce Porsche?
I don't know.
No Porsche.
No Porsche. think Eclipse forgot that he's got a 6th gear, because he's staying in 5th gear all the
Yes.
straight.
I've also noticed it before that he stays a long time in the 5th gear. Really, at the end of the gear, just keep going.
Maybe they set up their tune that they don't need the 6th gear, but that's a little bit strange.
Yes. If you have a car with 7 gears, you can skip eventually the 7th gear, but if you have 6 gears, I wouldn't skip the 6th one.
I'm gonna keep my eye on Eclipse. I wanna see what his his top speed is.
Okay.
Staying in 5th gear. We saw the Porsche doing 265, I think.
We'll jump to Tom here to give him some stream time. Also driving on an island, 27 seconds behind Eclipse, 24 seconds in front of Mountain King.
Randy Moore is putting in.
Okay.
We see that Eclipse lost 1 second. 1 second 8 in this lap. So I think that's because he's in 5th gear. The car won't go into top speed.
So if I'm correct, after this one, Randy has to do one more pit stop. And Ivo will empty his fuel and do one more pit stop. So both drivers have to do one more pit stop then at this moment. I think.
The R8 only goes 285.
285.
58,
Ah,
sorry.
I was thinking, okay.
He's losing us at least 10 kilometers, at least, minimum.
So Ivo overtook P1 here at this moment. 30 seconds in front of Randy. Randy, fresh tires, full fuel, with 50 minutes to go.
Mother just made a pit stop, or is in the pit right now.
Okay.
So let's see if Atom can jump him.
We'll follow Atom at this moment.
He's on the straight now, making his way to the first corner. Muller still in the pit, taking fuel.
Okay, and Atom passed already the pit lane, so...
Yeah, Muller exiting now.
Yeah, only 80 liters.
He's around 7 seconds behind of Atom. Atom made a pit stop 2 laps ago. And you see some signs of tire wear by Evos. And he's still making the 215s. 48 seconds to go. If Randy can keep up the 214s that he was doing, he can get back to Evo Tropic.
Yeah, close a gap. Yeah, there's already some wear on the tires of Evo at this moment.
Yep.
They're still decent, of course, but Randy should be faster at this moment.
And P6 is now under 2 seconds from P5.
Okay. Let's see if...
But every time they come on the straight, Eclipse loses a lot of time because he stays in 5th gear.
Let's follow Eclipse then for a moment. Seems like the front of the R8 also has passed 2 or 3 wars.
Survived 2 or 3 wars. Even on this piece, it stays in 5th gear.
Eclipse also, huh?
Yep. See, now he's under 2 seconds. And by the time they get off of the straights, he's already back in 2 seconds. Let's see if there's something else going on. But I don't think so. Nope, everyone is running on an island.
Okay. We're still on board with Eclipse. Slowly but steady, it's closing the gap. Going to the 1.7 now. It seems like Hermich is knowing it. Now the feeling how he's taking the corners, he's getting a bit nervous.
Average got better tires, so if he can keep up, if he can stay cool, then there's nothing wrong. Because I think Eclipse is really pushing it.
Yeah, over pushed it maybe now a bit.
Yeah, he's revving it all the way. Every gear he's revving, so he's not taking the noises on fuel.
Ooh.
Made a little slide here.
Yeah. Anticipated well, good correction. But here also went too wide.
Yeah, goes a little bit wide there.
And he loses exit now in comparison to Hermich.
That's a tricky part to go wide. Because that green stuff can take you off track in no time.
But you have that also, Chronic, that the green stuff takes you off track.
Yep.
Okay, I'll check a bit in the end now. So, Waterskin exiting the pit at this moment, P12. Just also providing a bit delta times of the drivers in case we receive a disconnection. On P11 we have Isaac. P10 we have Cooney. P9 we have Mountain King.
He was following Isaac.
P8 we have Groot. P7 we have Tom. P6 we have Eclipse.
Eclipse, I think he's in his last lap now, and he's gonna make a pit stop.
Yeah.
Oh, going wide.
Yes, we could just
Oh, he can keep it
follow
on
that.
track.
He was also already losing time between Hermich. He lost a connection, or the visible connection at least, with Hermich, so...
Yeah, he was pushing too much.
Yes. And And especially with the R8, is that not the best way to drive the car?
No, but I think he's getting nervous because Evo is
Closing
a
in.
little bit, yeah, closing in.
Okay.
He's further down.
On P5 we have Ermich now. He can take a breath because he knows, okay, I have again 5 seconds on Eclipse. P4 we have Muller, consistently in the race here the whole time on the 4th position. Excluding the swaps of the pit stops, of course. P3 we have Aton, same story, consistently on P3. And then we come to the 2 top riders here at the moment of this stint. Ranimore on P2 at this moment. As good as fresh tires, about 75% fuel. And P1 we have Evo, 28 seconds in front of Randy. And I guess about 26% of fuel. And yeah, those tires are showing already the first signs of decent tread.
Yep. You see that Eclipse made a pit stop, so Tom overtook him. But Tom needs to make a pit stop as well with a few laps, so he's gonna lose that position back again.
Yeah. The last 2 laps of Evo were 15.6. And the last 2 laps of Randy were 15.1 and 14.8, so it's about 1.5 seconds he gained over 2 laps on Evo.
Yep, he closed the gap from 33 seconds to 28 seconds.
Yep.
So he will be definitely in front of Evo after his stint.
Oh, thank you, Lokissimo. You received a compliment, Chronic. We have a great stream.
we try to. We are not as spontaneous as the English guys.
No, I was really impressed, to be honest.
So.
When I heard his stream, it was live at the track, feeling every vibe of the car drivers there. It was great to watch.
He was in the zone.
He was certainly in the zone. So again we have the 2 AXR drivers behind each other on P7 and P8. Eclipse has a better tires and better fuel, of course. He just left a pit.
The 6 is going in the pit, Tom. So Eclipse will overjump that position again. Yes. P7 is at the bus stop chicane right now.
Yes, that's for sure. Yeah, we're getting close to prepare for everyone's last pit stop.
And for the rest, everyone is quite far behind.
Yes, Tom is still in it.
Yeah, Tom is making a real long pit stop.
Yeah, okay, he's leaving now the pit stop, and here is Groot even, so I think...
Yeah, even Groot overtook him.
Yeah. That's like maybe a pit stop of 40 seconds or something.
Maybe he had some damage?
Not sure.
Didn't notice any damage. But still, P1 is 20 seconds.
Yes.
27.4 behind Ranimore. And then number 3 is 51 seconds behind number 2, so that's a big difference. Then we got Muller on P4 that is closing down on Aton, really slow. But Muller has fresh tires. So I think we see Aton going on the pit as well before the end of the stint.
And to be honest, I'm thinking Evo has a benefit at this moment. If I'm watching the time, they both have still to make one pit around the Evo with a gap of 27 seconds. Evo has a decent pace, even if he at lower tire wear. So I think Evo has a better papers at this moment.
Yep. Evo is also closing down on P12 and P5. So Evo is going to pass Waterskin first, and then he's going to make a pass on Airmich. Hope these guys don't get nervous. Waterskin makes way. Okay, Evo made that one.
I'll try to catch the replay of that because I was too late. Yes, we still have Evo here. Okay, nice on the inside of the corner. Very clean, very secure. Maybe a little contact, but nothing too much, so no problem there.
Nothing too serious, no.
Yeah, it's really great everybody has to race, but I have the feeling it's like not the experience Waterskin has yet with having a blue flag, etc. I think he has to
No.
learn some race situations at this moment. But we've all been there, so
yep.
We can only
Everyone
encourage
needs
that.
to learn.
Yes.
You also see his lap times. He's doing 221, 220, 214. So there's a lot of difference in consistency.
Like Tommy said, our broken English is like the salt in the soup. That's what makes it perfect. Normally our English is much better, but we just do it to entertain the stream, you know?
Allo, allo. So Ivo is flashing. He will be going in a pit like in 2 laps, I guess.
Yes.
He can do one more. He's chasing Airmich. Like we said, Tom, normally we do this in Flemish. Now we do it in English, so it's a little bit different for us as well.
On board now with Ivo. His last lap probably before the pit stop. His last pit stop of the stint and also for the race. Yes, he has driven some really good 2 stints so far. Huh?
I only saw this stint and the stint before this one. I was sleeping, you know, old man needs to sleep. Airmich has got a pretty good pace because he's not closing down that fast.
Yeah, we can at least say that today we saw also the benefit of a really good pit strategy, what Ivo showed. Ivo took 1 pit stop less than Randy, and that was a killer at this moment. He had a really good pace with saving the fuel and tires of his car. And that will probably provide a win of the stint here at least. How I see it.
Yeah. It ain't over till the fat lady's saying.
Of course. Still 33 minutes to go.
So he's going in for the pit. Yeah,
yes.
Ivo is going in for the pit. Randy Moore is 24 seconds behind. So let's see how that works out for Randy Moore.
But Randy still has to do a pit, huh?
Yep, but he doesn't need that much fuel the next pit stop. He's still gotta have a tank of fuel, so... Here goes Randy.
Yes.
Evo is still filling up. And Evo is leaving the pit right now, so let's see what the gap is now. "21 seconds.
Whoa, and Evo just went out of the pit with Eclipse right under his spoiler.
Right on his back.
Yeah.
Even bum drafting. I don't know what the rule is on bum drafting.
I've seen it before also, so it's allowed.
Okay.
Apparently.
Just make sure that you don't bum draft the hell out of his back. That would make Randy's day. He substitute that right now. Not
Yeah,
to fuck her up.
That's not the way Randy wants to win that for sure, at least.
No. That's not how we know it.
Of course, for Evo it's a present that you receive a little bum draft and not an overtake. But then you lose anyway. You will lose time, and now we gain time. So.
Yep, that's right.
So Evo, his final pit stop has been done. Ready to finish the race now, and counting down the last 30 minutes of the race for him. And Randy, we have at this moment on P1.
No coffee cooker for you.
But still one pit stop to do, so...
So, Airmage is in the pit right now. 45 seconds in front of Eclipse.
Now we're still between Aton and Muller. We could say also the battle isn't done yet, because it's only 5.5 seconds difference between the two.
Yeah, he closed that gap, 6 seconds.
Yeah, Muller has the better tires, so his last 4 laps were pretty decent. 15.1, 15.1, 15.2, 15.2, so really consistent.
Yeah, Groot is in the pit, making his last pit stop again. I think that Atom still needs to pit. He's got a quarter tank. And he's got some tire damage.
Yeah, I think P3 and P4 still has to pit. That's for sure.
Atom's doing 216s overall. And Muller is making 215s, so...
He's almost getting a second, yeah,
yeah,
for each lap he's doing.
Made his fast lap three laps ago with 2:15.1. Gap between 1 and 2 is still 21 seconds. It's not closing, it's not getting bigger.
Okay. I'll give an overview of the grid at this moment, starting from the last position P12, filled by Isaac now, just on his last pit stop. On P11 we have Waterskin.
Cooney making his last stop.
Yes, Waterskin
P10.
has still to do a pit stop, how it seems. Then, like you said, Cooney is in the pit stop. But that shouldn't be an issue. He is almost 2 minutes in front of Waterskin, so he'll be sure of his position when he leaves the pit. 1 minute 46 seconds before Cooney we have Groot with the AXR teammates.
And he's closing the gap on P8 on Mountain King.
Correct, and it seems also that Mountain King has still to do a pit stop regarding the fuel. Then on P7 we have Tom. I'm not sure with the fuel, but I'm guessing he still has to do a pit stop. Certainly if he's keeping to ref in 5th gear like that. On P6 we have Ermich. Fresh tires. With the fuel what's needed, I guess.
Only 1.8 seconds in front of behind of Eclipse.
Yes.
So P6 and P5 are going to battle it out.
And Eclipse has a bit more as half fuel tank, so I think he still has to do a pit stop. Then on P4 we have Müller. Probably going to pit now, this lap, regarding the fuel he has.
Yeah, it's a shame because he was getting closer to Atom, but Atom has to need to pit as well, so there will be a little pit fight.
Yes, indeed. P3 with Atom.
Let's see who calculated it right. Because if you screw up now a few laps, then you fall back behind.
We'll follow Müller for the moment and see what it goes.
There goes Atom, he's pitting. And he's got 8% fuel left. So let's see how much fuel Muller got. Muller got less, he's got 6%, so let's see who prepared their stints. Evo made up 1 second.
Yes, and Randy is getting close to reserve of the fuel.
P3 and P4 are still pitting. They are taking fuel as we speak.
We'll follow Müller for a moment. Müller is driving off.
Atom is out.
Atom a lot more fuel, 95%. Müller 83, I thought.
Well, he made up a second. Oh, he lost a second in the pit stop, Muller. Now he's 2.1 behind Atom.
This could be interesting.
Now let's see if they can battle it out. Atom is going to make a pass on Groot in a few minutes. Groot is on P9.
Seems also he's driving with a penalty.
Yep.
I'm not sure what the rules are, but I thought it's the same lap they have to
I have no
hand
idea.
in the penalty. I thought it was. Anyway, that's for the organization.
No, Tommy, we are not streaming the last stream as well. Because I think Vega has got a race to race tonight, and I am streaming it.
Yes, correct.
We got some racing going on in GTSV, which we are a part of. But we are glad to help you guys out with the stream.
It seems that it was Eclipse still driving around with the penalty. On a Groot it was.
Yeah, good, P9.
Yeah, still driving with a 0.4 penalty.
So let's turn up the fire so we can throw good in there. Mountain King is pitting in P8. And Muller is still 2.4 seconds behind of Atom. That gap is not really closing. But Atom is a little bit heavier at the moment. Because it's got more fuel, so I guess once the tires are heating.
Yeah, we're following now Groot at the rear view, so we can see Aton closing in on him.
Randy Moore is making a pit stop. He's got 20 seconds in front of Evo. And Evo is making his way to the bus stop chicane. And Randy is still not standing still.
Yeah, I think this will make and break the race for him.
Evo is on his way to Rouge.
Randy is still taking fuel. We still see 7%, so he still has to exit a pit. 73%, so he's leaving the pit now. We're still with P8 here, following the rear view to see Aton catching up. I'm not sure what the delta is between Randy and Evo at this moment, Chronic.
20.8 seconds.
Oof. Okay, that's a lot.
But Evo stepped up a little bit, because he's doing 214s as well. So he really wants to make sure that Randy can catch up.
20 seconds on 20 minutes. I don't see it happen, to be honest.
No.
And Groot is still driving around with his penalty. Maybe he's trying to finish the race with a penalty, that's also a possibility. We see, maybe it's an achievement in the game, that's also possible. It's like you receive a little trophy or something.
Atom is getting a little advantage of the slipstream of Groot, because he's opening the gap to Muller. There's 3 seconds now.
Alright, thanks Tommy. It was a pleasure to give the stream. We see now Aton here passing Groot. Very smooth. I goes there wide to Aton, pushing the car really to the limits. Maybe a bit too much here.
Groot is not really backing off. Muller is losing a lot of time here. Already lost almost a second here and half of a lap.
And Randy is in the pit? Or what is it? Randy goes again in the pit.
Randy's got big damage.
I'm taking the replay.
Randy's got
it's still
big damage. Engine damage, front bumper and front wheel.
Okay, and the replay is stuck at this moment, so I can't switch. Let's see where Randy comes. is still not in the pit, how it seems.
He is out of the
Okay, he's
pit
exit
now.
now. Okay.
And he's 52 seconds behind of Evo.
Yeah, and he missed the exit speed for this lap, so I guess that will be 55 at the end of the camel straight. Maybe 55 is a bit too much, but yeah. Over push the car, I guess. Try to close the 20-second gap on 20 minutes, what's almost impossible, and then shit happens, let us say, yeah.
Shit happens, let us say. Let's follow him a beetje. Yeah, Randy, he's gonna be pretty pissed off.
Part of the game. You see also behind Groot on P8, Müller closing in on P4, because it's still a gap of 3.6 seconds between Müller and Aton for P3, so I guess Müller doesn't want to lose any time with overtaking Groot.
No, but he's taken a long time to get there. He lost 2 seconds in 2 laps. Het is toch een krager zeggen. No, I don't see Muller getting closer to.
Yeah, too bad. Too bad.
He can't make the connection to Groot. It's taking him too long to get to Groot. Groot is doing 2:16s. His fastest lap was 3 laps ago at 2:16.2. Yeah, Muller is starting to heat up now. He's 2:55 now. So let's see if he can take that speed up to a Rouge so he can get in the slipstream with Groot.
In meanwhile, I'm going to go from the back to the front again for an overview. So P12 we have water skin here. On P11 we have Isaac. P10 we have Cooney. P9 we have Mountain King, also with a decent fan base on the chat I've seen before. P9 we have Groot, getting company from Müller it seems, but that's for a while now, so it's not as easy as Müller thought it will be to overtake Groot.
Nope.
P7 we have Tom. Meanwhile we can also see that Eclipse is taking the pit stop. That's also, in my opinion, a miscalculation. You have to take a pit stop with 30 minutes left. On P6 we have Ermich. P5 we have then Eclipse, just finishing the fuel. Let's see where he'll come out of the pit, because there's some traffic around him. We have Randy that's closing in now on Eclipse.
Muller is finally at the back of Groot.
Yes, we're following Müller now on P4.
Making
Oh,
an Eclipse
and he gets
sprint,
reset. No, he's
spins.
screwed. Let's take a replay of that. Let's go on
touched
board.
the grass. He touched that grass on the grass on
Oh
the
yeah, he
left
took the
side.
grass. And he gets reset. Okay.
Good thing he gets reset.
Well,
Then he won't get any damage.
yeah, indeed. I want to say just maybe prefer to be reset than to glide to the wall.
Yep. And get a total engine damage.
On P3 we have then Atom, 3.8 seconds in front of Muller, so yeah, he's not going to lose his position, it seems, to Muller.
Muller is speeding up, he's doing 2:15s now. Atom is doing also 2:15, 2:15.4, 2:15.3.
And a 2:15.1, what his
Muller
personal fastest lap was, so they're on fire both. And then on P2 we have Randy. MP1 we have Evo. If you see the lap times, very consistent. Really well executed race. And pit strategy.
Yep. We saw in other race that the Evo Tropic guys are very fast.
Yeah, correct.
And Randy is on the back of Eclipse.
Okay, let's
Eclipse
follow.
going to Rouge.
Let's drive along with the Vantage. There's a better exit also from Randy, it seems. Not enough to take the slipstream.
And Muller is still closing the gap. He's on 3.4 now. His last lap was a 15.4 and Atom was doing a 15.5.
They're getting to 1 second or something, inform me. We'll follow Randy at this moment to see the overtake to Eclipse. Closing in really fast now. Eclipse didn't really execute the exit very well, so okay, very smooth.
You can switch to P7, Tom. Tom is gonna make a move on P10 on Cooney.
Okay, on P7.
And a couple of seconds behind Tom, we got Atom. And on the back of Atom, we got Muller. So next up making a pass on Cooley will be Atom on P3.
Yes, we're following Atom at this moment.
Muller close the gap. Another tenth.
As you said, we can see Muller at the end closing by closely. Ooh, that was a power drift as exit from Atom. That will be some time loss and
pass from Cooney.
Yeah.
Atom's got a little toe from Tom on P7.
No, it's too far, I think.
Yeah, at the end of the straight he will be there. P3 will have about more speed than P7, I think. And Muller closed the gap. 3.1 second now.
Yeah, less than 8 minutes to go, so
He starts to smell the fumes of Atten and Cooney. Yeah, and he's closing that gap on Cooney quite quick, so Muller won't take as long as on the other guy. Can't remember who it was.
yeah, so we have Tom, then we have Atton, then we have Cooney, and then we have Muller. Those four behind each other now.
Cooney is making room for Muller to pass.
Yeah, very smooth. We've seen it behind Atton happening.
And Muller is closing the gap. He's on 2.8 seconds now from Atten. So Atten, his brain is working on 101% at the moment. He wants to pass Tom as quickly as possible, but he can't make mistakes because Muller is right behind him. 2.6 seconds now, so he sees that delta closing.
Let's have a quick view on the tires. Yeah, Muller's advantage regarding the tires, that's for sure. Not much, but there's advantage. Muller is also lower on fuel, but more is enough for 3 laps, so Muller has a benefit at this moment from the tires and the fuel. Wait. Again a power drift from Atton.
Atten is getting that drag from Tom now. You see the gap opening up a little bit here on the straight. But Atten is really close on Tom, so he will...
Too close.
He needs to slow down. Because he's gonna bump right in the back here.
Yeah.
On top of Eau Rouge.
Yeah, he's on the brakes already, so...
That's a good thing he saw that happening. Making the pass. And maybe Muller can benefit from this action. Open the gap up a little bit by 2/10. 2.5 seconds. Now Muller can get that drag from Tom. So everybody benefits from everyone. Randy Moore closed the gap by 3 seconds. He's in 49 seconds behind of P1. Then we have 38 seconds on P2 and P3. P3 and P4 is still 2.8, so open that gap up a little bit. Eclipse is 1 minute 38 behind Muller. And we get 16.5 seconds advantage on P6.
Yeah, and Muller is again losing some time between him and Atton. It was 2.3, 2.4, now it's 2.6 again. It seems like every time Muller is getting closer, he's overdriving himself a bit.
Yeah, maybe. But Atten is getting advantage of Tom as well. Because they both go faster when they're in slipstream. And Muller can't make advantage of that. He's too far behind of Tom. He closed that gap a little bit out here.
Let's follow now Muller.
Yeah, now Muller is gonna benefit at the end of the straight.
Yes, he's closing in on Tom, so he's in the perfect position now for the full benefit of the slipstream here, so if he can catch it now, it will be perfect.
Yeah, then he can slingshot towards number 3.
I think he's just a bit too far, yeah. Too bad for Muller.
Yeah, if Tom doesn't make him lose time here, there's no problem. Because it took Atten a lot of time to pass him, so...
Yes, 2.8 already, so again he loses 2/10.
Yeah, Tom is doing 2:17s at the moment. Atten last lap was a 2:16. Muller's last lap was a 2:16.1.
Then we have to almost prepare for the last lap. 2 minutes 30 seconds to go, so maybe you can assist with informing which position will pass the finish first then.
Of course, buddy.
Yeah!
I think Muller is just a little too careful.
Maybe.
Maybe he knows that his teammate will be faster. And he's happy with the fourth position.
Yeah, well at the end it's not a battle maybe to gain a position. You have to check the overall class board. I'm not sure how they are regarding each other of the team for Müller and Otton, so maybe Müller is satisfied with the position he has now, and maybe his teammate can finish it off.
On the back, making the pass on Tom. So now let's see if he can make that hunt, but that's too short of time. We got 1 minute 20 to go, and he's got 2.8 seconds.
The last lap, so
not possible. Atten is in a good position. So here we got Evo going to the bus stop chicane.
Okay, let's give him also some stream time. Stint winner, very well driven.
Going in his last lap.
And I think Randy will also do one more lap. Not sure, it will be close for Randy if he can do one more lap or not.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's gotta make it.
It will be close.
He's going towards the bus stop now.
Yeah. And on behind Randy we have... who's driving there?
Atten.
Okay. So normally Atten will be the first one who will finish the race then?
Nope. Let me see.
Yeah, I think so. So Randy is
you can
performing his
switch
last
to
lap.
Isaac. Isaac is going to finish first.
Numbers?
Number 11.
Okay. In meanwhile, we have someone from AXR already finished, so well done. Isaac P11 finishing race. Then we have
Next
P6.
up we got P6 air match.
There he comes.
Then we got
a nice drift.
Before Atten P12 comes in. P12 is going over the line right now.
Okay, water skin.
Then we got P3, P4. Eclipse is already in. Air match is in.
Tom passing those.
Tom is in.
Next one.
Next up Cooney, P10.
Here comes Cooney.
Next up, right behind him, is Groot.
Still with his penalty, so he's going to receive the trophy. Well done. And then I guess Mountain King. Oh no, there's still someone
Mountain
in front
King,
of him.
Evo is making his way to the bus stop chicane as we speak.
Here's Evo.
So Evo is coming in. Well done, Evo. Great race, as far as I saw it. Then P9 comes in. Mountain King. And last and not least will be Randy Moore. So congratulations to all drivers.
Yes. I'm also happy that we didn't saw any DCs or something. What's happened the last weeks of or even months already with Gran Turismo Sport, encountering some DCs and server problems, but it seems the last time is getting better. So.
And here's Randy Moore.
Yes.
Good job, Ballymore. 44 seconds behind of Evo. So both of the teammates made a crash. So they can't point fingers at each other. So I don't know who's the next streamer. You gotta check with the VTRC gang.
Yeah, not sure. The previous stint that posted it in the YouTube chat, but I didn't saw any link. But I guess it will be passed on the event chat or something or whatever it is. Anyway, I'm going to close the stream. Thank you for watching. And Chronic, thank you for joining. And see you next time, guys.
Kunt u misschien de resultaten even laten zien?
They're now on the screen, the finals. And then with this information, I'm going to close the stream.